Hi, just waiting for a couple of people to come in before I get started, so bear with me. Still nothing. Okay. Oh, hi. How are you? I don't know who's here yet, but yeah. Let's see, there are four of us, four of you. Just trying to get myself situated a little bit. I am tired. I actually dozed off before. I was really tired. I have been working hard and I don't know, not sleeping all that well. So doing the best I can. And I finally got out of the house today and got some things accomplished. I don't want to talk too much about it. I did go to Michael's and I did run a couple of other errands, all related to the stuff that I'm doing. Oh, thanks. Thanks. You know, it's a funny thing, Myra. When I work on the designs, I fall in love with each design that I do. It becomes my favorite until the next one. No notification again. Wow. Son of a gun, that's so frustrating. My holiday was very quiet. It was just me. So, um, that was fine. I mean, I can't believe it. Every second I get a new notification. You reset the bell. Okay. I hope it works. I keep getting notifications every second about somebody else who is following me on Poshmark. I had, I had just, I think I had about 177 when I started to put some of the stuff on, and then I had 300 a couple of days ago. I have over 1,000 now. Oh, were you? Her surgery's next week. Oh, good. We'll all have to pray for her. Good. Yeah, just make sure that we know when so that we can have a prayer vigil going and make sure that she gets through it well. I know that stage of waiting for the surgery, and I mean, thank God for me, it seems so long ago now. I mean, it is, in fact, it is, what is it now, 10 months? No, 9 months? I don't remember. July. Yeah, 9 months. It's hard, that waiting time. Yes. She'll be in the hospital 4 days. 3 hours. Oh, okay. 3 hours is not bad. Yeah. I think one of the biggest, well, one of the many issues that I had was because my surgery was so long and I had so much anesthesia. It took me a long time for it to leave my body and it caused me all kinds of problems. So a 3 hour surgery is much better. Slight diminish. Yeah. It's none of this is easy. None of this facing it is easy. Yeah, it was a really long surgery. They actually expected it to be about 10 and a half hours, but it wound up being about 8.5 hours. But then again, in essence, they had three different surgeons working on me. They had my surgical oncologist, they had the gynecologist. Um, Hi, Melissa. That's good. I'm so glad. That really is nice. I think it's good for you and it's good for her. I think that's wonderful. So, yeah, the friends that we make here are often such a blessing to us. I'm glad to have been the catalyst. I know, I know. Each part, I mean, each one of them has a certain part of the surgery. I remember when I had asked the plastic surgeon why he was, because he told me he needed skin because he needed to do a flap because I had radiated skin where the surgery was, and he said radiated skin doesn't heal well, so that I needed to have a flap done with my healthy skin. And he told me he was going to be taking skin and muscle. I said, why? Why do you have to take muscle? And he said, because otherwise the surgery will be hours longer if I try to separate the skin from the muscle. So it was like, okay. Okay, let me know if I'm back on. If it keeps doing that, I'm just gonna cut it short today. But yeah, I seem to have a problem a couple of times today. Yeah, okay. So it came back on the, I don't know why I'm having problems with the, I guess the router. It's okay. It was buffering for me at this end too. So yeah, there's something going on at my end. It's I hope it stays on. If yeah, if I stay on, fine. If I start buffering again, let me know. So yeah, I mean, we had some really lousy weather, but I feel as if there's more coming because my leg hurts a lot. And typically that happens when it's going to, when the weather's going to be bad. It's burning a lot tonight. And I was so excited about the swelling going down in that area behind my knee, between my knee and my thigh. So, but it seems a little bit more swollen tonight, so something's going on. I wound up, a few new names have joined the chat. I don't know. I didn't see. I just saw the usual suspects. I'm getting a lot of notifications about people who are following me on Poshmark. I'm getting a lot of that going on. So, yeah, I mean, I have over 1,100 followers now. I don't see anyone new either. I really don't. I don't know what you're seeing. Wow, I felt like I just got a hot flash. Whew. Nothing special going on here. I should have brought my diet soda over. I had a diet soda today. Um, haven't had one in a while, but I got myself a slice of pizza for dinner on Poshmark. Yeah, on Poshmark, I seem to be getting new followers like every second. I don't know if that's typical or if it's not. I managed to get a few more listings on today. I think I got 5 more on today. One, two, three, 5. And I'm going to try to get a bunch more on tomorrow and see what happens. I am not sure what's going to happen with the dress yet. I did get another contact from that buyer. Is it? I have no idea. I don't know what's normal. I have no idea, but I went from 300 days ago to about 1,100 tonight, and I'm not exactly sure what's causing it. I have to figure out the whole thing about when they have what they call parties, I think they call them, where if you have certain kind of goods that you can put them in the parties so it becomes part of what's available for people to search for. So I'm going to have to get used to how that works and try to figure it out. And I'm looking at different people's closets to try to figure out what seems to work, what doesn't seem to work, but I'm way too new at this. I really don't have a clue yet. I think it's going to be a little bit of the new items are mine. Um, Lauren's Poshmark name is that the one that's something rags? always forget the name. I think she might have, could she have a couple of them? I don't remember. But I think it's something fashion rag. Fashion rag. I think that's what it is. Fashion rag or fashion rags. And yeah, I'm getting quite a number of people who are sharing my stuff, so that's nice. Yeah, the new stuff on there is mine, and it's stuff that I've had for a while that I actually wanted to um, sell because I have stuff with tags on it, and I'm not. Well, first of all, I had bought some things, and I had bought them online, and they were too big. I knew that they probably would be because I was usually almost always a zero on Chico's. Any sales on Goggle? Google? I'm not on Google anywhere. Um, no more sales on the store yet or Etsy, but I've been really focusing on this stuff. So I don't know. I haven't done any new designs in a day or a day and a half, but I had a lot of fun with the last designs that I did do. I was also thinking, and I don't know if any of you do Poshmark, but if any of you do, I was thinking of buying some of my phone cases or some stuff that I could then sell on Poshmark because it would give me a new audience to see the things. And I just don't see a lot of that on there. I'm trying to find stuff that's not all over the place so that I can maybe do something that's a little different. Of course, there are problems with that because there are so many different size phones. What size do you get? So you can't buy all of them. So I have to kind of figure that out, but I don't even know if it's doable. I don't know if you're allowed to do that. I could even buy a couple of my outfits and see if I could sell those on there, but I don't know if there'll be any kind of a margin in there. So I have to figure it out. It's all new. Sizing is difficult. Yeah, they have a lot of handbags for sale. They really do. I almost took a chance and bought something yesterday on the Kate Spade had a surprise sale. So I almost did, but I said to myself, it's too risky because the margin may or may not be there. It's it might be taking a chance to do it for maybe making 20 bucks, and it's putting a lot of money out there and it's risky. You sent them back, it was too small. Yeah, it's hard with things like shoes, I would imagine. I'm going to be putting some shoes on there probably tomorrow. I'm going to try selling some accessories. I want to see what works. I want to kind of play around with it. So, and I have to tell you, I see a lot of, I was looking at rings today. There are a lot of people are really misleading people with what they say about the rings that they're selling because I know those rings they're selling. And they are, I mean, they're saying it's a lab created diamond. It's not a lab created diamond. It's a diamond look, if you want to call it that. And then they're saying there was a mule from Target. Oh, yeah. The I wear a 10 also, and yeah, I can't get shoes that are too wide. They would fall off my feet. I used to years ago. I had a very narrow foot. Now I'm a medium. So, hi, Alita. Nice to see you. So, every couple of seconds, I get a new thing coming down telling me that somebody else is following me. And wow, we have a small group today. Yeah, my shoes are a size 10. Yeah, you have smaller feet. Yeah, I mean, I'm grateful for all the people who are following me, But I really think I need to get into those things where you're as part of sales. What are they saying about the rings? They're calling them, they're putting down that it is D color and it's VVS1. Forgive me, that's bullshit because that refers to a diamond and, um, and the inclusions in a diamond and the color of a diamond. They're not diamonds. So what are they saying? But there are people who are believing it and they're all excited and they're getting a diamond for $50. But these people they are asking a lot of money for what it is they're selling. So I really am thinking of maybe trying a couple of pieces on there. I'm going to save that green piece for Meredith because she wants it. And I will put a few of the pieces on, pictures of them on the website. So, in case anybody wants it before I put it out for a public sale. But yeah, I mean, it's unbelievable. If you read the description of some of the stuff that they're selling, this is stuff I'm very familiar with. No, no, no. D is not the quality. D is the color. And D is the best color you can get in a diamond. It's DEFGHIJ and whatever. But the quality would be, that would refer to the VVS1 that they're touting, which is the biggest joke because it's nonsense. It's really, I would imagine that it would be, but I guess maybe people don't realize what it is. It blows me away when I see that. I was looking at one after the other, after the other, after the other, after the other, and they're asking pretty, decent. I would have sold it for less. So I have to figure it out, but I may try some of that. I also may try going to there. Now I have no idea because it's been years since I've been to. There is a department store here called Century 21 where they used to have really good designer stuff at really good prices. Sometimes you could get things. That was years ago. I haven't been there, so I don't know if they still do or what the situation is, but I will go in there one day and take a look. Um, I also will go in one day and take a look at Nordstrom's Rack because occasionally I can pick up really great designer shoes there. There has to be, I did get some from him. Yes, I did. He has very good quality rings. They really are. I mean, they're wonderful, his rings. Um, yeah, I've never had a ring from him that has been a problem or that has, you know, done it. The stones are gorgeous and the rings themselves are beautiful, beautiful detail. You used to get bracelets from him, that guy? Really? I have no idea. I really have no idea. But as I say, I mean, I was frankly astounded by it. And I mean, I'm trying to give as much information as I can about every single thing that I'm putting on there, whether it's new or whether it's not. Um, I don't know. I don't know. It's something I certainly would not do myself, but I can see where it looks good to the purchase. They are selling the things, telling them they're engagement rings, and they are rings, for their wedding, and how excited the bride is going to be. And it's like, what? I would not be excited to have that if I were the bride. Oh, I mean, there are so many people who come around, Sandy. Some of them are good, some of them are not as good. We used to have another guy who came around who was not good, and yeah, he was really bad. This guy's a sweetheart. If the rings work, I will actually contact him and see if I can work out some kind of a deal with him where I can get things, for a price that will make it viable for me to do this stuff. I got my hats from him, those hats that everybody loved, and I've gotten some really, really wonderful things from him over the years, in addition to the stuff that I buy at stores and boutiques and all of that. So I'm absolutely amazed with this. Just take a look at this. This is the Poshmark list of the people who are following me. Look at this. I mean, this is. Oh, wait a minute. No, this is not it. Um, yeah, there are so many of them that are coming through that it blows me away. But that part of it, it's interesting. I'm really having fun with it. So, and I'm enjoying the listing part of it. Um, Let me see if there were any new stats. No, my stats are still the old stats. And it's showing here that I have just under 1100, but I know I have well over 1100 at this point. They're sending me messages. Yeah, they're sending me messages every time somebody new either follows me or is sharing my stuff. And this is a picture of some of my stuff on there. So, you can see the number that it's showing. It's showing 1095, but it's more than that at this point. But all I have up is 16 listings now. I mean, Lauren had contacted me earlier and told me that I really need to get on at least 10 new things every day. And she said it's a numbers game. So I can certainly try to do it, but I want to get rid of as much of my own stuff as I can while filling in with outside stuff, but I need to know what's going to sell because I can't be wasting any money. So, yeah, we'll see how everything works out. 10 a day seems like a lot to me. I put up 5 today and I thought I did great. She told me not to bother with the good pictures, not to bother staging it. My gut tells me different. My gut tells me it's really important how they look and that you get good quality photographs. It's a full-time job. It really is a full-time job. Yeah, but yeah, that's why I haven't been able to work on my other stuff. You mean the one that I bought for myself, that outfit? I agree. I think quality is important. I would love to buy one of my outfits and put it on there and see if anybody wants it. Um, I would love to do that. Yeah, I think the staging makes a difference. It gives it a look. When I first started to photograph, yeah, because that would be helpful. And if people like it, then perhaps, well, of course, they don't encourage anything that's off Poshmark. They want everything to stay on Poshmark, obviously, so they get their fees. So, yeah, but I guess I would be allowed to sell that. If I'm buying it myself, I should be able to sell it as long as the transaction goes through them. Of course, it's like everybody's taking a piece. There are so many pieces. It has to be financially viable to make it work. But yeah, I wouldn't give up the outfit that I have, though. I really love it. I really love that outfit. And it's enormously comfortable. I think it's not a bad idea. I have to order. Again, it's like everything else I'm doing. I have an order in there ready to click to send it to me, but the minute I click that, they take money out of my account to pay for it. So, yeah, I should. I really should test it at least with something that looks like one of my, I have to figure out which design. Oh, dang, what? I might have lost your um, meaning there. Boy, do I look tired tonight. No makeup on today again. There was no time. Put the top up. Oh, hi, Lauren. I can't put it up. I mean, what if somebody buys it? I don't want to sell it. I love it. I really love it. I just love those things. I don't want to get rid of them. I really want them for myself. I would like to buy new to try to do, and I think the phone cases I'd like to try. They take money out of our account when you post what? I can order another one. Oh, yeah, but then I mean, then it's also not new. I've worn it. So the other way, if I sell it new, I can get more money for it. And I really need to because they charge me so much to, for all the work that they do. And I understand they do a lot of work. I mean, they're the ones who have what they refer to as blanks. They're the ones who do the printing. They're the ones who do the fulfillment. They send it out. They take care of all the paperwork. So there's a lot that they do, but they charge a lot. When I post items, on which thing? When I post items on my own website, they don't charge me. It's when somebody orders from me, they immediately charge me. Did I wear it out? I think. I don't remember. I honestly don't remember if I wore it out, but I wore it for hours that day. I really did. I don't think I wore it out. I think I wore it in the house. But again, yeah, it would be worth testing. I really want to test the phone cases. Do they sell phone cases on there? I really should look and see. I'm not sure. I should really see if that's, yeah. And the phone cases, because it's a lower price item, I'm selling it in the 20s. So I can buy a couple of those without breaking the bank. No, no, no. Poshmark takes the money out when you sell the item. They take 20%. It's a lot. They sell phone cases? Oh, good. Then if I do, maybe I should try. I think I have some beautiful phone cases. I think I have some phone cases. I've never seen anything like it anywhere. And I think, again, my feeling is I'm seeing an awful lot of stuff that a lot of people have, very similar stuff. And I wanted to get some stuff that was different. It is a lot, 20%. Yeah. So, they all have their fees and they just nickel and dime you to death. They really do. And apparently if you offer a sale on your stuff, they also do reduce postage and you pay the difference in postage because the postage is the postage. So they will charge the buyer less, but the seller pays the difference. So it's interesting. I mean, it all may work out in time. Makeup, I saw that too. As a matter of fact, that thing that they sent, Miraness sent me, that was the wrong powder. I forgot to bring it back to Nordstrom's rack. So I'm sure it's too late now. They don't have returns on Poshmark. Poshmark doesn't do returns. It's still a profit. Yeah, I mean, again, as I say, I have to figure out what's going to sell. Maybe I should even do the totes. because some of my totes are really pretty. I'm very curious to see the one that you got, Myra, because I love the way it looked on the bag, but I would love to see it in person. Yes, another one. I keep getting the notifications at the top of my screen about the new people who are following me. Yeah. Yeah, well, yeah, so you have to try them on. Yeah, no, they don't do return. It would be terrible if they did returns. How could you possibly figure that out? Because with that 20% out of it, it wouldn't work. Yeah, I like the look of that tote. I also like the other one. The three things that I have in my cart that I was planning to buy for myself were the matching outfit with the, where is it? I think I had it on here someplace. I'm not sure. I don't think it would, no, it wasn't on Etsy. No, no, that's not it. On the Facebook site? Yeah. I mean, if they give you, oh, that's on Etsy. If they give you good, I mean, they measure. So they will give you the measurement. They'll give you the measurement at the shoulders. They give it to you at the armpits. They give it to you from shoulder to the bottom of the garment. Yeah. Yeah, but I'm really, really glad that Poshmark does not allow returns because, as I say, that would be torture with them charging what they charge, and it wouldn't make it viable to sell on there because there's no way that you could do that. Um, yeah, I don't see the thing. Did I show you also? I had designed a couple of things for girls. I did a girl's bathing suit here that I thought was kind of cute. I was just trying my hand at a couple of different things. Oh, hi Dee. I guess I missed that. Sorry about that. You ordered the wrong size. Yeah, it's hard, but I think it's good the way they do it on Poshmark because people ask questions about the dimensions. Now, there are certain brands, for example, people know the size that they are on, oh, thank you. People know the stripes would expand. What? Um, yeah. Exactly. However, like with my when I put the Chico stuff on, people usually know their Chico sizes. If they're Chico shoppers, they will know. I know exactly what, oh, across your stomach. Um, they know what size they are in Chicos. I'm a size 0 um in most things. Occasionally, if I get a top and there's no stretch to it at all, I may be a size 1, but it's very rare. So people tend to know their sizes in that. I love that white blouse. I so love that white blouse. Yeah, it's a size 8. I mean, I can take measurements on it, but I don't want you to risk if it doesn't, if it doesn't fit, but I really love that blouse. It's a very elegant look. It really is. It looks almost like a silky satin one breast, and it has sheer sort of sheer sleeves. I love the jewel button on it. 8 is small. Yeah, it is small. That's funny. That's really funny. If it's a knit top, I can wear an 8. If it's not a knit top, I really pretty much more have to wear a size 10. So, I mean, there were a couple of things. I actually have a couple of other things that I really need to find to put out that I had bought at Chico's, because what I did a couple of times was I bought two sizes. I bought the 0 and the 1 because because I had found out that I made a mistake by not doing that, and sometimes I would get the wrong size, and inevitably it would be sold out, and then I wouldn't be able to have it, and I really liked it. So I started to buy two sizes, knowing that I was going to return one. So unfortunately, a couple of times I got busy and I never got back to the store to return it. So that's why I have these things to sell. And I'm going to put everything that that I can up there and hope to get. Am I? Yeah, I really do like the style. I will tell you some of that Chico stuff though. Some of that stuff is big. That jacket that I put on, that Ecot jacquard, was big on me. 120, it was safe. So, yeah, I used to, back in the day, I used to kind of go from about 118 to 125 was typical for me at that stage of my life. And I got very thin at one point, and I used to pray to gain weight. Be really careful what you pray for. I got it. And I got it for the rest of my life. And I know I'm just not being careful anymore. I'm just not. I'm eating what I want. Oh, that reminds me. Oh, I'm going to sneeze. I'm going to sneeze. I'm a serial sneezer. Oh, it's only two. Typically, I'm three. Um, yeah, today for lunch, I had something different with the Meals on Wheels. It was a vegetarian lunch. It was some kind of a bean thing with, I think it said buttered, it had squash. Oh, thank you. Thanks. I know. Well, I mean, I'm still wearing a size 40D bra, but some of them are a little bit big on me now. I'm pretty much back into fitting it. When I came home from the hospital, I thought I needed all new bras because but I was down to 130 something. That's not true anymore. They told me I would gain the weight back. So I'm around 150 at this point. And as I say, I'm just not being careful. I have this craving for chocolate. I mean, I really do. It's bad. I bought that Lindt chocolate bar, 38D. Yeah, yeah. I'm I'm not thin. And when I see myself in the clothes sometimes, I look at myself and I say, who is that? Because you have an image of yourself, for better or worse, and then you look at yourself and it's a little bit disheartening sometimes, but it is what it is. I'm not going to complain because I am grateful. Yeah, well, no, by the time I was in high school, I was a 34C. I do have a pretty flat tummy now. Um, I did think about it. I did, yeah, but some of them I mean, some of those gals are sexy as hell. I mean, it would be this old broad wearing the clothes. Yeah, at this point I'm not getting new stuff anyway, so It is what it is. I have a few different sizes of bra. I wear whatever seems to fit. And so my socks turned you off. I yeah, I put the handbag on there also. I don't know if anybody noticed. I figured I would take a chance because it was the only one that I could see that was new. All the others were used, and there had been a used one that they had put on there at 150 at one point. It didn't sell for that, but none of them looked anywhere near the condition of mine. So I put it on there to test it and see what happens with it, and we'll find out. I mean, either stuff will go or it won't. I'm gonna learn. I keep watching videos to see what brands people say sell, and it's interesting because you get different people talking about the same brands, and some saying these are really hot sellers for them, and then other people saying they don't sell for me at all. And you say to yourself, what could it be? They're selling in the same venue. They're selling on Poshmark. Some of them Poshmark and eBay. Some of them Poshmark, eBay, and Mercari, which I had never even heard of. I didn't know what that site was. But, so they talk about the brands. So I'm trying to memorize it. And I've written actually a list of some of the things. So if I do go back to that thrift store at some point, that I will know what I'm looking for, at least. But we'll see. Yeah. Yeah, trying on bras is not a whole lot of fun. It really is not. I used to do my best, strangely, with bras at, which is it? Is that Kohl's? I think it's Kohl's in Levittown. They had a really big bra section and the fitting rooms over there, so it was easy to do. Those were the days when I could walk and where everything was fine. So it really was not an issue for me. And I I would always I would get really good sales there. So that was nice because they sell a lot of bras on, and there are people, I don't know where they're buying from, but there are people who it seems like nothing, I mean, they sell nothing but brand new stuff. So I guess they must be getting it wholesale somewhere and then selling it on Poshmark. Target is going into Lake Success with Sephora. Oh, okay. That's interesting. I wonder where in Lake Success. I guess one of those little strip malls over there. I know Loman's used to be over there. I used to go to Loman's. High end sunglasses. Oh, where the old Sears was? Oh, in 2020 they're going to be there? Yeah, let's see if I'm going to still be here in 2020. That's a whole year away. Have to get through the current year first. Oh, okay. Yeah, I kind of figured it might be that shopping center. Yeah, it's not a huge shopping center over there. Um, yeah, I used to go there quite a bit. I hope so. I really hope so, Myra. I really hope so. I hope functioning and well. So I am. I am. I also, it's funny though. I really was not thinking of my mortality before this all happened, but you do. Yeah. Yeah, it's whenever they run sales is when it gets really bad. Although things are really different since people are doing so much of their shopping online. None of the stores are the way that they used to be for the most part. Oh, oh, okay. Yeah. Well, that gal who had wanted the dress asked me again today because I had shown her that between the time that I saw the dress the first day and didn't buy it because I was afraid to buy it, it was too much money. Yes, they really do change your perspective because you suddenly are aware of the fact that we are not promised forever and we will be here only as long as we will be here. Douglaston, yeah. Yeah, it's hard, all that stuff. They used to be in Douglaston, there used to be a fabulous art store, very big, up on the top level. I used to buy a lot of my artwork there for years, but that was a very long time ago. Yeah, and so many times because of the staging work that I do, I get used to having certain stores available to me, and when they are not, then I have to get used to new places. When Fortunoffs went out, I was devastated because I used to go into Fortunoffs and buy towels, bathroom stuff, kitchen stuff, bedding, everything I needed I could get in one place. It was really so easy. And I get concerned every now and then about home goods because sometimes they have a lot of stuff and sometimes it looks like the shelves are bare. So it's the one thing that you guaranteed in life is that things will change. It's just the way it is. It's not going to stay the same. Bed Bath and Beyond are closing stores. Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me somehow because there's just, yeah. Oh, right. About retail brick and mortar. Yeah. Really? Really, Melissa? I really have not thought about it much. I felt, now this is going to sound really, I mean, it was not like I would never die, but I didn't feel death around me. Yeah. But I did last year. I really did. And I thought, ooh, I mean, this could be real. This could happen. And yeah, so let's talk about happier things. I bought a piece of white poster board today at Michael's, and that was good. So if I want to, I'm actually going to put a couple of pair of Christian Soriano shoes out. I wouldn't have done it, frankly, but I saw some on there and they had sold, so I thought, oh, good, I'm going to do it because the style that I got, I love the way it looks, but the heel is sky high. I mean, I've worn high heels from the time that I was, yes, to Happy Things, I agree. I used to wear high heels from the time, I don't remember, maybe I was 14 when I started wearing them. I don't recall. But my entire life, all the years in real estate, running up and down stairs. The Immortals? Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. I could see where that would. It would affect them. How could it not? I mean, that's scary stuff. That really is scary stuff. Oh, by the way, there is another guy who's been contacting me. He gave me his phone number. He'd like me to call him. I'll think about it. He's in New Jersey, so it makes it a little bit safer because he's a little bit distance away. And he wanted to get together this weekend, so I don't know. I have to kind of think about it. I may, uh, if he wants to go out for lunch or something, I may agree to do that if he's willing to come here, because I'm sure as heck not going there. Oh my God, yes. And I'm talking about sky high heels up and down the stairs 10 times in a row. Yes, I could ask him if I could bring a friend. And wouldn't that be fun? So, yeah, but I don't know. Bring Linda. I have to tell you, I'm very worried about Linda. I really am. She's getting into that really deep depression that she gets into. And today, I mean, she told me she was trying to reach me for hours, or a few dogs. And I didn't hear the phone, but I was busy working with my stuff. And if it's upstairs and I'm downstairs or vice versa, I don't always hear it. And I was staging my outfits and I was taking my photos and I was putting them online and doing all of that. She didn't give up on it, but she's in a bad place right now. I mean, she got on the phone with me today and she told me that she can't stand living anymore. And I know her very well. And I said, she's getting depressed because her roommate is depressed and he's not talking to her. And if she feels that somebody's not talking to her or doesn't like her, she gets really into a bad place. So I asked her to come out with me today. I said, come take the ride. I'm just going to Michael's. I'm going to go to the dollar store. She didn't want to go. So she flatly refused. So I told her to think about coming out with me tomorrow because tomorrow I've got to go to the supermarket and get a few things. But in addition to that, I really want to go to a couple of other stores to take a look and see if there's anything else that I would be able to add to my closet that might be quicker sellers, that might give me a better margin on them so that I can, make a little money a little bit faster. So, to get back to the gal who had made the offer on the dress, she asked me if I thought that there was a little bit of a stain mark on the armpit. Somebody had obviously tried the dress on between the time I saw it the first day when there was not a mark on that dress. It was perfect. When I went back the second day, I didn't examine it again because it was the same dress and it was the next morning. It didn't occur to me. But somebody obviously tried it on, must have been sweating a little bit. Oh, that's not fun. That is definitely not fun. Been there, done that. That is not fun. Um, yeah, so I, wow, I keep getting these messages. So I told her that she asked me if I thought that it would come out or if I thought it was a permanent mark. I really don't think it's a permanent mark. To me, it just looks like something that would come out. I don't want to fool with it. I don't want to do it because I don't want to risk creating a problem where there is none because I'm not sure what's going to take it out right. A dry sponge? How could a dry sponge do it? Uh, uh, yeah, that's definitely not fun, Sandy. Yeah. Um, I hate extractions. I really hate them, especially on the top with the needles in the roof of my mouth. I hate that. The bottom didn't bother me as much, but the top. So this is really hilarious. I wish I could get a good idea of how many people there are following me at this point because they're coming through like every couple of seconds. There are 17 new ones. This is Absolutely true. Absolutely true, Melissa. Yeah, it's still showing the old 1095 that I have. Oh, it's 1164 that I have. Oh, the stained. A pit stain, yes. There is a little bit of a stain. I had a picture of it that I put on there because I wanted to make sure that I wasn't trying to hide anything. I'll show, I don't know if it'll show up here, but this, it's not really major to me. You see the little bit of white on there? I'm telling you, it's like somebody put it on in the store and got that on it. So I wasn't sure how to get it off. And as I say, I didn't want to risk creating a problem because it is a good dress and I want to make sure that I can sell it, you know. So I have to wait and see. Oh, I took a picture today. I think I took it on the phone that I'm filming on. But yeah, I did. I took it on the other phone of my gate. Oh, really? Oh, that's funny. Okay, good night, Sandy. Have a good night. Take care. Sleep well. Um, I admire people who go to bed at a normal time. I wish I could be like that. It's not who I am. It's really not. Oh, oh. I took a picture of one of the rings. Yeah, I see 35 also. It is just deodorant. Yeah, I thought it would come right off. It's just deodorant and it's not even terrible. But it's there. Yeah. I took a picture of one of the rings because I don't know if you can see it. Oh, that's funny. Um, all right, look at what it's, I don't know if you can read it. I don't know if it's showing up well enough to read. It looks to me like no, it's not. Oops, where did it go? It looks like there's a glare on it. You can't read it. Let me read it to you. It says, elegant contemporary platinum plated sterling silver, halo silver, CZ engagement ring, beautiful, brilliant cut, anti-tarnish, platinum plated over sterling, very high grade cut. It is beautiful. I can get those with no problem. And it says truly stunning. The main stone is 1.25 carats. Then it says Sona stimulated diamonds, AAA, and oh wait a minute, this is not. No, this is not the one that said that. No, I kept this one because it said the right things. It said high quality shines, cubic zirconia diamond clarity, if diamond grade DE, and that's a crock because I know diamonds. I told you what my husband said about me. He said she's blind as a bat, but she can see a flaw in a diamond at 20 paces. I know diamond color. This is no D or E. No way, Jose. It's almost colorless. It's a magnificent. My diamond ring was D, and it was VVS1. It was a magnificent ring. And I used to stare at it because the brilliance of it was so unbelievable. Hi, Mary. And this is much darker, as they all tend to be. And that's fine. They still are beautiful, but it's just, I don't know. Just be honest. This one actually was one of the better ones. Some of them are saying that it is VVS1 and it is D color. And that's a crock. It's an absolute crock. So it bothers me that it says that. So That is the story. So I think what I may do is I may put one or two rings on there, see if they sell. Oh, I bought ring boxes. I guess I must think that they might sell. While I was in Michael's, I didn't buy much because I felt like their prices were high. I really wanted to see if they had the hanger kind of thing, Lauren, for the clothing, or if they had those mannequins to see what they would be like. But the store has changed so much since the last time I was in there. I haven't been there for a long time. I hated the store today. I really hated it. And I couldn't find anything. I didn't see anything remotely like mannequins or anything. Exactly. Tell the truth. I mean, be as transparent as you can. But the thing is, the people buying these things don't know. So they don't have a clue that they're being misled. They don't have a clue. And they get all excited. They're thinking that they're getting this incredible bargain. Do people really believe that they're getting a diamond for $50 or $75? Really? And a diamond no less that is D-color VVS1 in quality? Are they kidding me? In any case, I bought little boxes that they had there because they were 99 cents each. So I bought two little boxes just in case anybody buys a ring, that I actually have a box that I could mail it in. I guess I'd have to get a bubble wrap, a bubble inside mailing envelope to put the box in. I guess. I don't know. A sewing fit mannequin at Joann's. What a great idea, Michelle. Because when they didn't have it today, I was thinking, where would I go? That's a good idea. I'll definitely take a look at that. The problem is, there are things I need to buy, and it's so hard right now because I'm so fearful of spending what little money is coming in to buy things rather than to just have the money to pay bills. Oh, Amazon has them? Oh, okay. I'll check Amazon as well. And that had occurred to me to take a look. And I see some people have mannequins that have wild prints on them. I think that's a little bit like putting an outfit on somebody who's got a million tattoos. Then you don't see the outfit, you just see the tattoos. In this case, I don't see the outfit for the mannequin. You love my rings? Are you talking to me, Melissa? Because I love my rings, and as I say, I have gotten beautiful rings from him and from other places. I love rings. I just love rings. But I think, as I say, if there is any kind of a margin on it where I can make enough to make it worthwhile, then I would love to do that because it's going to be a really easy thing for me to pack up and to take to the post office and to mail out. By the way, is there anything that we have to do on Poshmark in terms of insuring the package, or does that all come with their packings, their labels? And yes, as you said, I mean, I did not order. I really, really want that thermal label maker. I had one years ago that I used for my business, not as big, so it doesn't print those big labels. But it was the most wonderful thing. It really was crystal clear, and you don't have to keep buying ink. Do the fit mannequins adjust them from small to large? Oh, that would be good. You think they'll sell? All right, I'll definitely try it. I will definitely try it and see what happens. Because if they do, I'll just call this guy and see if I can have him call. He called me recently because he hasn't seen me in a long time. He wanted to know how I was. I mean, I've done business with him for years and years, and I like him. He's a nice guy, and he had actually given me a terrific well, he was a really nice guy, slow as molasses, and he charged by the hour. But he was a really nice guy. So he did some work for me back when I was still doing my thing. So yeah, I'm going to give that a try. Does he have statement necklaces? Not really. He's got loads of necklaces, but statement necklaces? Are you talking about like the big chunky things that I have a bunch of them from? I have it, I don't know if you can see it. I have it on one of my display things here on Poshmark. Um, oh, you'll never see it on this dress because the dress is busy. Maybe you can see it though. Let me see if I can. Like this kind of a piece, is this what you're talking about? Because that's something I bought from Chico's. His stuff is not like that, but he has some nice things. I bought many nice necklaces from him over the years. I was thinking of putting this out. I should have brought it to show you tonight. I'll bring it to you the next time. They're little, you should pardon the expression, diamond looking. They're inexpensive rhinestone kind of necklaces with matching, oh thanks Myra, with matching earrings. I almost hate to include the earrings because they look kind of cheap to me. I'll bring it to show you the next time before I try to put it out there because I want to have people know if they get used to my closet that they can expect a certain kind of quality from the stuff in my closet. I hope they'll feel that way anyway, so that they know that if they come there, they can trust that they'll get decent stuff. Um, yeah, and I've got a bunch of bracelets too. A lot of them I had gotten from him. I had gotten them from other places. I've got them in all different places all over the house. I have a double drawer inserts upstairs. I've got the acrylic 5 drawer cabinets filled with jewelry. I've got some really pretty things. I think you had seen it at one point. I love the piece, and I don't remember who I got this from, but I know it wasn't him. We also had other people coming around to the office who did more expensive stuff. I think it was on the latest, whoops, I think it was on the latest, yeah, it was. It was on this outfit that I, this was the black and white pearl necklace. And I really like this one as well because I can wear it one strand or I can double it up. So that was kind of a nice look, but it's not the big chunky thing. It's not the statement kind of thing that you're talking about. I'll bring, I think the next time I'll bring some of the stuff from one of the drawers. Not only that, but in another bedroom, do you remember when they had these? It's like the little black dress that they were selling in stores like the Container Store that would hold jewelry. It had all these pockets and was the shape of a black dress and there was jewelry in it. Mm. Yes, jewelry usually does look good on a dark background. I also, yeah, I see Michael's used to have like the hands for the rings, and they had it in black or in like, they even had it at Home Goods a while back, but I'm sure they don't have it now. I guess I could take a run in one day and see, but the hand and the neck thing, jewelry photographs best on white, well, you would know, so I will trust that. Um, yeah, I'll show you the stuff and you tell me if you think it's worth my doing with any of it because there's a whole bunch of stuff. Somebody was saying on Poshmark, or not on Poshmark, But about Poshmark, that they had, that they had, what's her name? Susan Graver from QVC, that they did very well with her stuff. I have a lot of stuff I bought from Susan Graver over a few years. So I definitely have some things that I could sell from there as well. Oh, that's good to know. That's really good to know. That's interesting. Yeah, you have to get it at the right angle though. If you've got stones, you want to make sure that those stones really look good because when they look dead and flat, it's bad. I really want to make sure that my photography is up to par. Those of you who have looked at my closet, does it look decent, my photography? Because in the beginning, I was just putting the stuff out there. Yeah, I started to use the editor to brighten up some of my pictures so that I was not tied to doing the pictures at a certain time of day. So it made it much easier for me, and they came out really good, I thought. But let me know what you think. I mean, I was trying because, again, I need to make them look as good as I possibly can. Yeah, it does. Okay, good. I'm glad. So I need to keep working on that stuff, and I keep going upstairs and looking in closets and seeing if there's anything, and I'll look at something and say, "Oh, good, I can take this and I'll bring this out." And I also have a box of stuff. I don't know if it's in my garage or if it's in my basement. It's another box of things. White balance, yeah. I think yeah, there is, it's in the color part of it. Yeah, I just sometimes just brighten because that's all that my stuff seems to need when I look at it. But yeah, I do whatever is necessary. And I've been, working with photo editors for a long time for my real estate stuff. So yeah, with clothing, it's a little bit different, but it's similar as well. And I forgot what I was going to say now. Oh, I have another box of things that I had bought in Chico's. I did. It looked good. It looked good. I thought it looked very nice. Yeah. I personally like them. It is a little bit different than what most people are doing. And I think it really, to me, it tells a story rather than just having something be what it is. That's why I also write more. Some people don't write anything in their descriptions. They just list. Now, I understand if they're listing hundreds of items that they might not have the time to do it. But to me, once again, it's funny. Well, the guy that I used to see many years ago, and I worked for him for quite a while, he always used to say, when you sell things, oh, thank you. Are you talking to me or are you talking to Lauren? I'm not sure. When you sell things, you are selling the sizzle, not the steak. And that is the truth. And it has stayed with me all these years because you're selling the imagery rather than if it's cut and dried, there's nothing that brings people in. I find you want to bring people into the story. Does the story resonate with them? So for me, it makes a difference. I'm sure it doesn't matter in a lot of things, but even in my stores and on my Etsy store, when I have time, I try to write things about the clothing that I think will make them think of it in terms of their own lives rather than just a garment. So again, exactly, exactly. That's what I would think. And I don't know if it makes a difference I don't know if what I'm getting is normal, but as I say, the numbers are really, really going up and going up. Yeah, it's showing 1170 now, but I know I have more than that. Um, Hazel has some nice things on hers, and it's fashion rag or fashion rags. I try to do that because once again, I'm conjuring up how would you wear it? Where would you be going? What would you be doing? It's a lifestyle kind of. Oh, somebody else just shared one of my listings. Oh, not one, three. She shared three, four. Oh, so maybe she's sharing all of my listings. Isn't that nice? Oh, she shared the bag, the Chico's top, the white blouse, the Chico's jacket, and the J. Crew top. Isn't that nice? So when I am finished tonight, I'm going to get off and share some of her stuff. That's very nice. That really is. That's so helpful. And some of these people have a lot of followers. This girl has 2,339 listings. She has 208,000 followers. Yeah, that's great. I have to go in, and I've been trying to go back to all the people who shared and shared their stuff. So I'm working on that. Oh, she's got jewelry. Yeah, she's got jewelry, and hers is like she has a ring for $90, but this looks really nice. Now, I'm not going to have any fancy boxes with these jewels. Yeah, I think I might be able to do the jewelry a little bit. I might be able to, could work. It definitely could work. I methinks it's a possibility. Yep. Yeah, I think I can add it to the stuff. The Peterman catalog? No. Really? Somebody's calling me now? I don't know. Well, I'll check it later when I'm finished. But yeah, no, I never saw that. But I have always believed that. It's a funny thing. I had listed a house for an attorney years ago, and he wrote me the most wonderful letter. Um, and in the letter, he said how touched he was by the story that I told about his house. And I've always done that because once again, I knew that it was the kind of thing that would resonate with me. And my feeling was if it resonates with me, it's got to resonate with other people too. Because what sets us apart? We have to each be different in a way that is true to our own selves. If you try to be somebody else, you're going to come off as a bad copy. But if you do it in a way that is honest and really is who you are, then I think it makes a really big difference. We'll see. I mean, it's way too early in the game to see if I'm going to have any success with this at all. I'm praying that I do because I need it, number one, and psychologically it would be good for me too. Yes. Oh, yes. Yeah, that's wonderful. Yes, and that's exactly what it is. But it's the truth. And it just I don't know, it's something that I know innately. So I go with that inner sense of things, and it usually works out best. That's why sometimes I will fly against the face of conventional wisdom if my gut tells me something different, because I have to follow my gut. It's good. I think we all have good guts, and it's a question of how much we listen and how much we fight that wisdom that we all have as part of our being. So I'm definitely enjoying that part of the process, and I'm going to get more and more into it. And the thing is, with the descriptions on Poshmark, they give you only so many characters, so you have to be a little bit careful. You can't go too far with it. I would like to do even a little bit more with the titles, but I can't. I've had to take words out of the titles because there were too many and it went over the quota. So, but yes, I mean, absolutely with everything. And I mean, even when I put my stuff on Etsy, when I did the yoga pants, the yoga, see that? I said yoga pants. When I did that, and I wrote something like, and this is going to make you feel really happy. This is going to be the perfect thing for you, whether you're headed to an exercise or yoga class or headed to the park, taking your dog for a walk in the park. It's going to make you feel great. And I think it's going to speak to you. And take a look at the other pieces that coordinate with it. So, again, of course, people have to find it first before they can be engaged with it. But that's what it's all about in the end. It's about engagement. I used to create websites for myself for my business, and my websites did extremely well, but I told stories on my websites. I told a story about myself and who I was and how I came to going into real estate. And at that time, the conventional wisdom was, don't talk about yourself. It has to be very, you should pardon the expression, professional, which means it has to be nondescript. And, just talking about houses and nothing about you, well, it made a huge difference. And people would come to me and say, your story really spoke to me. I've had those feelings. And it made a big difference. And I knew always that that was the way to go. I've always been transparent. I've always been open. I am who I am. And you either like me for who I am, and if you don't, though I would love everybody to like me because I think that's something that a lot of us suffer. But I recognize that not everybody will, no matter what. Not everybody likes everybody. That's a truism. So, and it's something that a therapist said to me many years ago when he said, the problem with you, Jerry, is you're trying to please everybody. He said, let me ask you something. Do you like everybody? And I had to really stop and think about it. And then I said, no, I don't. And that kind of changed it for me a little bit. So it made it easier to recognize that you want to be respectful of everybody with their different differences and their different opinions about things and their belief systems and all of that. But at the same time, you need to be who you are. And there are some people who are just not nice. And I always want to think that somewhere they're nice underneath, and well, sometimes they're just not. And I guess they can't help it. I mean, I also think of Louise Hay, and I'm sure that a lot of you know Louise Hay and all of her works. But Patty had gotten me a book when I was going through my whole early time with the cancer scare, and it really helped me so much through my radiation therapy and through the surgery and beyond. I used to fall asleep every night to her tapes playing over and over again because she said subliminally that it would help even if you didn't listen to it, that your mind would get it and your subconscious certainly would. And one of the things that she said was that so much of what happens to us, of course, and the people that we become goes back to how our parents raised us, or if not our parents, the people who were in charge of raising us, what they did. And because some of it was very painful and some of it was not good, and some of us were very mistreated. But what she had said, and it really resonated with me, is it was victims raising victims. And the sadness was they couldn't do any better because they were victims in their own right. So they didn't know how to do it better because they had no frame of reference for it. They didn't experience the love in their own backgrounds. So how could they give what they never received? They didn't have the experience of it. And that made a huge difference. And also one of the things that she said that made a huge difference for me too. And she said the problem is that we as human beings often just don't forgive ourselves. We don't like ourselves a lot of the time, and we just don't forgive ourselves our trespasses. Well, we certainly need to do that and be more loving of the people that we are. We are the best representation of ourselves that we can possibly be at this moment in time, based upon every kernel of information that's been fed into our brains, stored in our psyches for all of our lives. That doesn't mean that we can't be a whole lot better tomorrow or the next day or 2 years from now, but it means that that's where we are today. We have to allow ourselves to be imperfect. We all are. So I didn't expect to go down this philosophical road tonight, but it is what it is. So you just never know where it's where it's going to go. And I certainly don't. And nobody's talking to me anymore. So did I put you to sleep? Remember, remember the video I did with David when he said, "I'm talking to the three of you that are still awake." So I wonder if I'm putting you all to sleep out there. I still want to do a video. I want to do a meditation video. I really do. You know, it's interesting. When I go for physical therapy, one of the things that they do for me is balance. Because of the problems that I had relating to my surgery and the removal of the tumor and everything that they took out, balance is a very important part of, okay, balance is a very important part of, making sure that I don't fall. So part of what they do is they do part of it with my eyes open, and I'm on this foam pad, so it's a little unsteady. And they do part of it with your eyes open, and they do part of it with your eyes closed. And okay. And when my eyes are closed, he says to me, "Is that okay?" And I inevitably will say to him, "I always feel as if I'm headed into a meditation every time my eyes are closed and he's doing that work with me, and it feels wonderful." What was wonderful? Oh, the what we're talking about? It's it's just it's just very, very meaningful for me, and meditation has made such a huge difference in my life. It really has, that I would love to share it, and if anybody has not had the benefit from it and wants it, I would love to share that and just have you have that play into everything else that becomes a part of who you are on this planet as we navigate the not always easy path that we are on to um, to have our souls prosper. So, but the people that we are really have to suffer sometimes as we go through the lessons that we learn. So anything we can do to make it easier and to give us a sense of peace and equanimity is a wonderful thing. It's a wonderful thing. My story, yeah, there's so much. There was each of us has a story, and every single part of that story, every word that was uttered, every word that was not uttered, but that we heard anyway. Because sometimes we hear things that are not said based upon the way people's actions and reactions to us make us feel. So all of that plays into where we are at this moment in time. And we either have peace about ourselves or we don't. And when we don't, it's really hard because, as I say, life is hard enough. But without peace, it's tough. Coconut caviar, that's the name of somebody who just started following me. An interesting combo. So I think I'm going to not continue down that road this time. But if anybody wants me to continue with this kind of thing, just tell me the kind of things that you want me to talk about that might make a difference for you and might be helpful. And I will certainly try to accommodate the best that I can. So I think I'm going to have to change the title of this because it went in a whole different direction. But I never know where any of this, it's funny. I was an actor in my early life. And when I studied acting, I went to performing arts high school. And when I studied acting, we used to do sense memory and we used to do improvisation. And, it's kind of, you never know where things are going to go. And it's a little bit like that when I start to kind of wander down this road of life. So it's interesting. I would suggest for any of you who have not listened to Louise Hay, do it. She's got loads and loads of tapes on YouTube that you can listen to. She has books that are available, but I love listening to it. I really get an awful lot from listening, and I really have to thank Patty for turning me on to her because I didn't know who she was before that. I had never heard of her, and I'm sure she helped a great many people in her long life. She lived to be 90 something, and she died only recently, so she was a wonderful woman who accomplished much in her time on this planet. So it's all good. So is there anything else anybody wants to talk about tonight? I put everybody to sleep. I know I did. Okay, then on that note, I think I'm going to end it tonight. And I'm going to, I don't know what I'm going to do. Maybe I'll go design something because that relaxes me when I do. But I really have to order at least one outfit. Are there any brands that run like Chico's? Are you talking about running like Chico's size-wise or in what way, Lauren? Size-wise? They have a very unique sizing system, which I think is very clever. Isn't it clever that they call their sizes, well, they've got like 000, 00, 0, 1, 2, and 3. Isn't that wonderful? For those of us who have thought of ourselves as larger, to suddenly say, I wear a size 0. I wear a size 0, darling. But I'm not aware of anybody that does the sizing like that. I find that the Traveler's Collection of Chico's is very forgiving. It's very easy wear. It's easy traveling with. My God, you can roll the pieces up. And yeah. Oh, thanks, Melissa. And yeah, so I can't think of anything else that is sized like that or runs like that, but I will give it some more thought tonight. If I think of anything, I'll let you know. Next time when I come back, maybe tomorrow, but next time when I come back, I'm going to try to bring some of those other pieces of jewelry out from the drawer and maybe even from some of those acrylic things just to show you. So we can take it from there. And I hope you all have a really good night, and I hope you can relax and have a good restorative sleep. So take care, everybody, and I will see you very, very soon. Bye bye.